Hey Bruce, this is where we've been trying to get for a couple of weeks now. It's after 10 o'clock here Friday night. I wound up having to replace all three of the H bridges on the GiantScale controller. I replaced the one and it affected the other two. Those old ones were just quirky. The new ones are like, the logic on them is just like the smaller H bridges that we were using, so I had to completely redo the program. But it's actually much simpler. It's much easier for me to make it work. And what I've got here are, this is one GiantScale, second GiantScale, and right now I've got the Centurion plugged into it. But as you can see, the motors are coming all the way up. The Centurion comes up and stalls out first, and then the two GiantScales come all the way up, and they, as you can see, they are coming all the way up until they bottom out against the motor. They are not jamming. I did put the black neoprene washers on the two motors, but I really don't think that is as much a problem as those cotton picking H bridges I had. I ordered just so you know, I ordered a different H bridge this time around. It's the same family, the same company, and it's basically the same layout, but the logic on it is done differently. And these are going to be much easier for me to work with, and the logic is easier to. They just work better for what we're doing. But as you can see, we've got the GiantScales working beautifully, and I've got the Centurion plugged into the third. I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to replace the Centurion with this fifth scale and let you see what it does. And then I'm going to turn the switch on the board to disconnect the Centurion so you can see it working with just the two GiantScales. So I'm going to turn it off here and then turn it back on. Okay, I think we're recording again. I've replaced the fifth scale gear now for the Centurion. It was already down, so it stalled. You see the two Giants come down, and now you'll see all three of them come up. Fifth scale comes up, stalls. Two GiantScales come up with it. Once again, we've got no jamming problems, no issues whatsoever. These are going to work beautifully. That little fifth scale motor is getting with it. And now I'm going to flip the switch on the board to indicate that we do not have a third gear, and I'm going to unplug the fifth scale, and you'll see that the circuit continues to work and it will stall. You'll see the blue stall light come on, and I have full control. So that solves the question we had of whether or not we were going to be able to use the board for one motor or two. I mean, two motors or three, I'm sorry. But it's working beautifully now. So I'm gonna wrap it up and trim the board down, package it up. I've got your other board repaired, and I've got this other stuff, and I'll get it in the mail to you tomorrow. I'll talk to you later.